Hi, Taurus. I will be drinking some warm lemon water throughout. If you would like to join me, pause now. If not, just go get yourself some water. So, the drama. Let's get into it. 7 of Wands. Good news is that you win. You get yourself together in January. You may have some missteps here and there where you're just making the wrong decisions on what to say. You're saying the wrong things. It's going to be a common theme for you. But you'll get it together and ultimately will be victorious over whatever is going on, especially if it has to do with this Capricorn energy. Either this is someone you work with, a work partner, or is actually someone who is a Capricorn, but whatever is going on between you and them, you will be victorious, whether it is because you end up cutting them off or because you end up finding some great solution to whatever has been bothering you about them, or that you find something together. But regardless, there is contentment here and resolution. So however it ends up happening, you feel good about moving forward with this Capricorn, either because you've gotten rid of them or because you reached an agreement. So it's all copacetic there. Then let's move on to this Leo. Excuse me. The Wheel of Fortune. Leos are in an interesting space right now because they may feel very unlucky at the moment, but their astrology is about to go haywire and they're about to feel a lot of wins start coming in. Being involved with a Leo right now is super lucky for you. So if you have a chance to explore that relationship and you feel safe about it, it is going to take you a little bit outside of your comfort zone, especially when it comes to communication. They may be a bit more out there in terms of communication than you would like. You may want to really reel it back quite a lot and, take things much slower than they want to, which is fine, but just know that, intention wise, they're not looking for anything they're not looking for something casual. They want something that's much more long lasting, and they want to plant seeds. So if you're not open with them or really honest with them, they're going to feel deceived later. So it's really important that if you're not feeling them that way, to let them know. But also, conversely, if you're the one who's wanting of something very long term, you should have that talk with them and let them know, because they may not realize it, right? So it's just a conversation that needs to be had. 10 of Wands, the Fool, and then Scorpio. Okay. So the thing with the 10 of Wands is this new direction that you can take, this overhaul of the image, the kind of tapping back into your archetype, all of it is super positive, but it's also risky. Because if things are working well right now, you may not want to rock the boat. Like, why would I want to? I'm already kind of pushing the envelope on things. Why would I want to do it more? Right? Let me be more conservative about this. Let me try to do, ironically, in the quest to create something long lasting by playing it safe, you may not actually create something long lasting. What the cards are saying is that you need to take a risk when it comes to this direction that work is taking. And that risk involves some sort of a reinvention or a rebrand, which we knew in the general, we talked about it, but this is a much clearer sign of the same thing. Now, if you have a Scorpio in your life and they really would like for you to take a chance on them and trust them, I think you can. I think it's going to take a lot out of you to do so, but their intentions are pure. So there it is. Now, let's move to the 7 of Cups. This confusion, especially at the time between the 13th and the 22nd, it's really going to hit you hard. And it's going to make you wonder about quite a lot of things that you thought you were sure of. That's also where having some direction, getting your rebrand going, kind of paring down your image to something a lot more elemental, a lot more archetypal. This can all help you during those days where everything else seems so confusing, communication with others seems so off. People are really trying to pull you into that confused space and drain you and create drama. There's so many people in this reading, all drama, drama, drama. You can escape from their clutches and you can escape from their agenda by focusing on you, getting really deep into that rebrand. You can use it as a way to save yourself from giving away this energy. And that's really what they want you to do. They want you to play with what is essentially a very magical energy for you. They want it. So they want to distract you and they want to get you in a space where you're basically wasting it on them because they are aware of it. They are aware of what a resource it is and they want it, but it's yours. Don't engage with them. Don't waste your time. Work. It's very important. It's very, very important to set the tone with what is going to be, for a while now. We're going to have these Jupiter-Uranus squares. Set the right precedence right now because it is so easy to fall into a terrible space where you're hurting yourself and you're hurting other people and you're diminishing yourself by saying terrible things at the wrong time, being emotional, really regretting it later, deeply hurting others, hurting your relationships with others. It's very important for you to bring some temperance into your life and your words at this time. Very, very important. Now, if you're specifically dealing with a Gemini, I would be careful just about who else they may be entertaining. I would be pretty open with them about what it is that you're expecting from the relationship. And yeah, it's important. Yeah, it's important to be very clear on what you want so they can let you know what they want. And even if they have in the past, it's probably a conversation you want to have with them again because the chances of them hurting you are pretty high. 6 of Cups. Doesn't take love off the table though. Like I said, a lot of people attracted to you, a lot of opportunities attracted to you. Somewhere in there is also going to be this very lucky 6 of Cups, feel like a child, known you forever love. It's someone very capable. It's someone strong. It's someone who knows what they're doing and is quite successful. Leading us to the 10 of Pentacles. That's what you want to wait for. Other people are not choosing you. You are choosing from a multitude. The Sun and the King of Swords. So boss up. Boss up and get yourself into that energy where you know that it's your choice and you can choose from amongst whoever you want, and you want to choose the strongest, the most powerful, the one that appeals to you the most, the one that is the most like you, the one that seems the most strong. Go ahead and choose. Could be a business venture, could be a friendship, could be a love interest. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But when that capable person enters your life, especially towards the end of January, do the right thing. Acknowledge it. We don't want to live out of our insecurities. We don't want to live in a situation where we feel like we're getting crumbs. We don't want to be involved with anyone who isn't doing enough for us. Your standards are forcibly being pushed higher. It's not just up to you. It's just what's happening to you. And if you don't adhere to it, and if you don't go along with it, it gets very painful because you're not meant to be here anymore, right? If you're dealing specifically with a Libra, and after we clarify these, then I'll talk about the square. If you're dealing with a Libra, you may already feel a bit like you're alone, like you're just not getting enough from them. So let's see. The vibe I get is it's just a bit, feels a bit unavailable. Let's see. Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, Page of Cups. Okay, so they've been a little bit like back and forth. That's fine. That's different. That's not indifference. That's just someone who's, you know, Libra, classic Libra, like unsure. So they're doing a little bit of like a cha-cha with you. That's fine. At least you know that's what it is. There will be an opportunity that will arise between you where you'll be able to kind of cement the deal and they'll really fall for you. Allow it to come to you. Just be receptive. You don't have to do anything to make that happen. If anything, you just keep it slow and steady, especially when it comes to this Aries energy, whether it's Mars or it's an Aries that's embodying that energy in your life. Keep it very slow. No promises you can't keep. No overextending yourself. Just keeping it very, very chill. If there's a Cancer in your life, they're going to want you to give them some answers. They're really going through it with you and are having a very hard time trusting you, having a very hard time moving on from something or other that has happened where they feel that you have betrayed them and their connection to you. In fact, so much so that they may want to leave what you thought was a very happy situation. It may cause quite a lot of conflict, because Cancers are also going through something where they're having a reinvention and it may not sync up with yours. So if that Cancer is someone that you want to keep in your life, I think you really got to listen to what they're saying and what they need, because it doesn't seem like that's happened so far. That Aries, you just got to watch your speed. And then for the Star, this Aquarian energy. So if you have remember now, Saturn is in Aquarius too. If you have a toxic relationship with an Aquarius, someone that you really know is not good for you, but you've kept them around, especially because you feel like they fill a void in your life, it's time to get rid of them before Saturn does it for you. Because, you know, then the way Saturn does it, it's all traumatic and weird. Like, it's better if you know already this Aquarius is not good for you. If you guys are doing some toxic thing, it's really better to let it go and move forward with your pride and your dignity, because there are so many wins coming up for you. All right, now let's pull for this square. So the thing about the square, the easiest way to deal with it is going to be to understand that almost every interaction that you're having during that 13 to 20-second time period, people are trying to play you. They're really trying to either get you to fight, or they want you to slip up so they can give you a aha gotcha moment, or try to cancel you or some shit. It's all going to just be ploy after ploy of trying to trap you in the square. So if you start bucking and start running towards people with your horns down, it's going to get so terrible because you're locked in there with them for how many days. So what you're going to do is you're going to get real zen. You're going to meditate every day of that square. You're not going to let people get to you. You're not even going to really talk to anyone very much. You're going to mind your business. You're going to work on your work. You're not going to return dumb texts. You're not going to listen to gossip. You're going to take time off social media except to do your work stuff. And you will hibernate, but at the same time be extremely prolific, do a lot of shit, And by the time the square is over, you will have set a precedent that during that time you go internal, you go into your hermit energy, and you create. And you know, you can just make that what you do during that square. Create yourself a nice, happy home. Create yourself a nice, beautiful, stable space, a nice, beautiful financial framework. Do it for yourself. Don't wait for somebody to give you this Four of Wands moment. That's yours, that you can make yourself. You don't need anybody else for that. That's another thing that's going to become very clear to you in January. All right. Good stuff. Don't linger on the past. There's honestly nothing there. It's all fucking lies. Don't linger. Move quickly away from it. Reside in your power. Take as many breaks as you need to do so. And don't hold on to bullshit and cloud your energy and store it in your muscles. Move on from anything that people say to you, anything people do to you. Move along and stay in your power. No flying off the handle. It's not going to go well. No flying off the handle. Say what you have to say. Be direct, be clear, be honest, but no flying off the handle. Just be chill so things can be offered to you and come to you the way that you deserve them to come to you. Yes? Good. It's very positive. But you see how many people and how many situations and how many hoops you have to jump through? I mean, it's a lot. So give yourself the rest that you need. You're going to be running some pretty crazy obstacle courses. All right? Okay, love you.